Master of magic spells and illusion. Enemies crumble in fear and confusion. And drink.
I'll shut up. No, it's not that big a leap. It's just, we don't have any proof. First it was Taylor. I was next, and then Ronan after I treated him.
Well, I'm the one who touched the crystal, and I've never had a bad dream.
Maybe that's why you're appearing in everyone's dreams. Whatever's doing this imprinted your image onto itself.
Now that I think about it, it's possible whatever this is, its spread may be limited by touch.
Okay. Anyone who's had contact with Major Lawrence since the incident needs to be isolated. If this is some sort of alien influence, we have to find a way to detect it.
Sit down, Rodney.
I'm good right here. Thank you.
All off-world teams have been contacted and instructed not to return for the time being. Gate travel will be restricted to an as-needed basis, and until further notice, all non-essential expedition members will be restricted to quarters.
Come on, is this really necessary? It's just a few bad dreams, right?
The fact is, we don't really know what we're dealing with. We may have an alien entity on our hands capable of moving from person to person at will.
And so far, the only behavior we have to evaluate suggests a certain malice. Now, based on what's been described to me, the personification of Colonel Shepard in everyone's dreams is behaving much like a sociopath.
Did I have a goatee?
Right now, all it's doing is causing some nightmares. But we don't know if that's the limit of its capability.
You're saying this is only the beginning?
I've never profiled anything like this before. It will likely progress, try to drive up the stakes, seek bigger thrills. Even if it's limited to manipulating the host's subconscious, it may be able to put someone in serious jeopardy.
So what are we talking, Freddy Krueger here?
Oh, come on. We don't have a single shred of hard evidence here. I mean, until we do, this thing is just a boogeyman.
Exactly why you're going back to the planet where Colonel Shepard touched the crystal.
What? Why would we do that?
Well, just as you said, to gather some hard evidence. See if there are any more of these things. We need to find out exactly what they are and how they work. And if possible, how to detect if there really is something inside Lorne right now. Thank you.
But you said no more gate travel. I thought that was a wise decision.
I said on an as-needed basis, McKay. I think this qualifies.
Yeah, but don't you think a science team would be better suited for this?
You are a science team, remember?
Okay, fine, but it's a big planet, you know. We could really use some more manpower.
I still can't believe you're making me do this.
Ah, you lost the bet. There's definitely something on this planet.
Yes, but I distinctly said of value. I hardly call this particular discovery valuable.
Over here.
Ha ha! There you go. Better get started.
No, vždycky je to na mě. Better get started, yeah, sure.
Rodney!
Don't look at it. And whatever you do, don't touch it.
I wasn't even thinking about it.
Radek, we got a live one here.
It could be useful to compare the two.
That's just what I was thinking.
But be careful. It could be dangerous to try to harvest one with an active entity in it.
Once again, you've read my mind. However, when you're finished there, I say you give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a shot.
You really think it was safe to bring a live one back?
Oh, those containment tanks are non-conductive. We believe it needs conductive material in order to travel.
And having an active crystal this allows us to calibrate these handheld sensors to detect the energy signatures associated with it.
Hopefully we'll be able to determine if someone is actually carrying one of these creatures around inside of them.
As long as it doesn't know what we're up to. Otherwise, you think it would just transfer out of somebody before we could scan them?
Yeah, you're assuming, of course, they're not only capable, but they're conscious and aware at all times.
It's demonstrated some pretty sophisticated intelligence so far. You think it would have basic avoidance skills?
Yeah. We're gonna have to modify our scanners to operate at a range large enough to... Wait a minute. We could calibrate the citywide life science detector to...
Yes, Mr. Wizard, we're just gonna snap our fingers now.
What are you doing?
I don't know. It's mesmerizing. You said it was safe.
We said we think. Still.
I don't know what I was doing. I can't believe it. I was suddenly overcome by the compulsion to want to touch it.
Yeah, we think that's how it ropes in its victims. It's not in him.
You said the entity needed conductive material to travel, right?
Well, based on the power conduits. They run pretty much through the entire city.
It could be in anyone.
Kate, what are you doing?
I don't want to die.
Good. Come down from there.
I can't.
Why not?
Help me, please.
Sean, stop it. Stop it, I have to help her. What are you doing? Sean, get out of the way!
Taylor! Taylor!
Kate!
She did not report for duty, and I can't wake her up.
She's dead.
This is Colonel Carter. If I could have your attention, please. I'm very sorry to have to tell you that we have lost a valuable member of the expedition today. Dr. Kate Heitmeyer meant a great deal to all of us. Her death is nothing short of tragic. I'm also sorry to have to report that the threat we face is still in our midst, and until further notice, the full lockdown protocol will remain in effect. Try to remain calm. We are doing everything we can to ensure everyone's safety and to resolve this situation quickly. Thank you.
That was good. I mean, horrible, obviously. Terrifying and horrible. But I just meant you sounded strong. I'm sure they were at least a little reassured hearing your voice. But you don't need me to tell you that.
A day like this, it doesn't hurt. Thanks.
I was just about to come see you, but I wasn't sure if you wanted to see me.
Colonel Carter, excuse me. I think I've managed to calibrate the citywide sensors. I mean, if it is working properly, you know, we had some trouble with the, we have a positive reading.
Do we know who that is?
What do you need me for? It's with the rubber walls.
I'm sorry, Rodney. I have to go.
Oh, you've got to be kidding.
It's in Rodney.
The isolation room has been lined with insulating material to prevent the entity from transferring out of him and into someone else.
If we're right, we've got it trapped.
Yeah, that doesn't help McKay much, does it? If this thing kills people in their sleep.
No. We've got to find a way to get it out of him.
Someone want to get me some coffee? I'm already feeling a little tired here.
I could give him something to keep him awake for a while, but it'll only work for so long before we start putting him at risk of pulmonary failure.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I've been there before, too. Do what you can. We'll try to come up with something.